morning. Here it is. It's Wednesday. It's anti-procrastination day. It is a beautiful day. Have you got your uniform on? I have on my shoes. I have on boots that zip up so I can't kick them off because I don't like cold feet. And it's still cool out. Let me tell you why I asked this question. This morning I got up, I got dressed in my shoes, and I looked at Robert, and he had on grubbies. And for him, he usually dresses nicely, a nice pair of slacks, a shirt, and he dresses for the weather. But today he had on old jeans and an old shirt, and I said, okay, you've grubified. What are you going to do today? What are you planning on doing? He said, well, I'm going to fill a pothole. And I said, well, it's got to get a little warmer for you to fill a pothole. And he said, yep. But by this afternoon, it should be about 65 degrees, and I'll be good. And I said, okay. And so he's going to fill a pothole this afternoon. And I'm dressed for just doing work around the house. I've been going up and down the basement steps. I got a load of dish towels. I'm going to do a quilt. I'm going to wash a quilt a little bit later. I can wash something every day, can't you? And so I've got things I've got to do. But then I read this testimonial this morning, and it was about our silver rags. And this lady used, and it's going out right now. I'm sitting at this testimonial out right now. She used a silver rag as a dish rag in her kitchen, and she had decided to bake cookies. But she spilled some molasses, and y'all all know how sticky and nasty molasses can be on your kitchen counter. Well, she used a silver rag to get it up, and it rinsed out, need I say. I don't say this word often. She even showed her husband how well it rinsed out. It rinsed out perfectly. Now, y'all just don't faint and fall dead on me. I said the word perfect. This rag cleans up the messiest of messes, but yet it rinses out well. And it doesn't, you don't get, well, I've put Sharpie on this one. I don't know if that'll come out. But the main thing is it rinses out, and it gets up the bad. I've used one to clean out the inside of my oven. I clean up my countertops. I have to start with fresh, clean counters anytime I get in the kitchen because we have a cat and it drives me nuts. But I'm tired of yelling at him. I'm just tired of it. And so I just accept the fact that I have to start with a clean kitchen. I mean, a spotless kitchen. And this rag helps me do that. And the purple rags are the same fabric. Silver rags are the same fabric as our famous purple rags. Same. And it will clean stuff up. Now, yesterday, we introduced a new package. And now this package is the Fly Lady mop and handle. And I don't even have the rubber sweeper mop head anymore because I use them. I use the rubber sweeper everywhere. But you've got the sweeper head, the mop head, the handle, and 2 of these cloths in a pack for $38.95. It's a great deal, y'all. It is a great deal. Toss in some half-price silver rags. Look at what we're calling it the Floors Galore package because it gets your floors done. And it's a great deal on our mop. And it's the mop. The mop comes with this head. It just went out, the messiest of messes. It comes with this head, which is a microfiber head, and it's got, you can it's got two sides to it. And then you get the two chenille mop cloths with it and the rubber sweep ahead and one handle because they're interchangeable. The handles are interchangeable. This has a friction grip, and the rubber sweeper head has a screw in. Yes, I do love my Kleenex box and my candle. Anyway, so I'm reading these testimonies, and she's going to bake cookies. And she's been putting off baking cookies, and she decided she wanted to bake cookies. Did you know I have a cookie video? Back at Christmas time, it was in October, because you can make a batch of cookies and put them in the freezer. And then you can take them out and let them thaw and cut them up into little squares like, the Pillsbury dough we used to make as kids. We would cut the dough up, and so I like to make this too. Well, I put together a video for you on how to bake several types of cookies from one batch of dough. Imagine that. One batch of dough. And I made oatmeal cookies, chocolate chip cookies, and another kind of cookie. Probably pecan sandies or something like that. So I made 3 types of cookies. And it was absolutely fun for me to do. And it was a cute video. And it's only 2 minutes long. And it was wonderful. It was wonderful. But I also made another video. And it's all in this email that just went out. All about tips for getting started cooking. And I always start with a sink full of hot soapy water. That's my go-to thing. Anytime I walk into the kitchen to cook, I'm going to start with a sink full of hot soapy water. Mainly because I got cats. And it makes me angry that they get on my counter and I can't do anything about it. Because Robert encourages them. So if you want to do something fun today with your kids, Easter's coming up, and you can come up with make some Easter cookies and lots of different things you can do, but you got to start with a dough. And it's fun to get in the kitchen and enjoy some time making memories with your children, baking cookies. There's nothing like cleaning as you go. You got to start with an empty dishwasher. You got to start with a sink full of hot soapy water. You need all your ingredients in your house. And there you have it. Now, if you want to disinfect your countertops after you've wiped them down real good, you can take some you can start a sink full of a little bleach water, but you can have a spray bottle with like a 10% solution of bleach water. But us in bleach water is a problem because we're liable to get it on us and we'll mess up our clothes. So you could get some Clorox wipes that you could just wipe down the counter with those. So we're going to have some fun today. It's anti-procrastination day. So what have you been putting off? I just saw something I need to do. And I want you to go to each room in your house with a piece of paper. And I want you to post it here so we can talk about it. I have a Christmas decoration that's still out. That I didn't use but one day, but I haven't put it back in the box where it belongs in the basement. Yep. I've got it's my joy letters. I think I'm going to have to give them away because they don't make me happy, and they're sitting on my sewing machine, so I've got to take and put them back in the box in the basement. And that's the first thing I'm going to do when I get off this show. So, anti-procrastination day is all about taking care of the things that you haven't even thought of again. You hadn't really been putting them off. You just hadn't done it. And I just looked over on that counter, on my sewing machine, and there it is. Just big as day. 3 letters, Joy. Not giving me joy right now. They need to go back in the box where they belong, on the top of my shelf. So, what have you been putting off? What have you been putting off? So you can take a little note, a little piece of paper, and walk into each room and see the things that need to be done. You look at it with the eyes that it's anti-procrastination day. What have I been putting off? And just make you a list, and then you can play Fly Lady Bingo and get them all done today. You don't have to tackle your pantry. Somebody said they were going to tackle their pantry. Just do one shelf. That's all you got to do. Just clear off one shelf, get rid of the expired food, and just start. How do you clean 29-foot ceilings? You don't. You don't. We're only human. There's no. Now, Sister Patty, now this is funny. This is funny, and you got to be ready for a big mess. But she took her leaf blower, and she has really tall ceilings. She took her leaf blower to the dead animal heads on her walls that hadn't been dusted in 10 years, and she blew the dust all off of them, and the dust settled down, and she was able to get it off the floor. So you might take your leaf blower. Now, I did that back in the fall. We were getting ready for a snowstorm, and I blew the leaves off the back deck, and I came through the house with the leaf blower on to do it off the front deck, and it blew all the dust bunnies out from underneath the furniture. It was just amazing. I couldn't believe that. And we don't have a big leaf blower. We have a little one. So I think I'll do that again sometime. Somebody's asking me a $64 billion question. 64 billion. Set health boundaries. Okay, I didn't really get that. But it's up to us. Figure out what it is you've been putting off, and let's do it. And then reward yourself by making cookies for the whole family and making everybody happy. But the best way to bake cookies is the dough needs to be chilled for 2 hours before you bake them. Make for the best cookies ever. The dough has to be cold before you get started. So I think I'm going to wash a couple of quilts in a little bit. Let's see. What else do I want to talk to you about? Maybe we need to play some music. You got any questions? Post them in here. I'll look for them, and I'm going to play a song. How about a song for you? Oh, let's not do that one again. Let's go to Up Kinda Day. Oh, let's do the Launchpad song. You know what the Launchpad is? Every evening, as you're getting ready to do your before bed routine, you put things on your Launchpad that you've got to take with you tomorrow. So here we go. This is a Launchpad song. It's 3 minutes. Tells you exactly what to do.
There's a place I know and every flock is home that they visit every night. It's where they put some things to get them in the swing for tomorrow's thrilling flight. A lunchbox, a backpack, some homework, a jacket, everything they need. So when morning is coming, you're running around there with less enough speed. 'Cause their launch pads are ready to go. Their launch pads are ready to go. Like a crew space shuttle, they fly on the double when their launch pads are ready to go. Oh, 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 oh. They do
Wow, that's a good song. I haven't heard that one in a while. A lot of people don't know what a launch pad is. And it's just the place where you put things you're going to need for tomorrow. And keeps you from having to run around looking for things and having to think because it's all in one spot. My eyes are itching. There's something blooming here. Robert was all stuffed up last night. So everybody grab your water. Let's take a big drink. We all need a little music in our lives. Nothing makes it better than just a little. And don't beat yourself. You know, today's Wednesday, and this is our day that we clean out our refrigerator. And we can look and see what needs to be cooked and plan a meal around what's in our refrigerator that needs to be cooked. And there you have it. Menu planning is easy to do when you have a calendar. Well, we don't have many calendars left. We have less than 200. So if you want to get a calendar right now, they're $10. You can get a calendar just for menu planning. Think about it. You could sit down with a calendar and plan a whole month's worth of menus with Post-it notes and Post-it note tape. This is cool stuff. Post-it note tape. I didn't even know they had it till a flybaby told me, and I found it on Amazon. But we can have some fun planning menus. I don't want to have to throw these calendars away, which is what we normally do. They get shredded. Get your calendar for $10 and you're going to have a menu planning calendar. And then you can transfer it over to the next month. In a whole month, you can do all your menus. And you won't have to think about it. You won't have to think about it. Anyway, so we're going to have a guest probably later this week or maybe sometime next week. His name is Brian Russ. And Brian is a stay-at-home dad right now. And I've known Brian for probably 4 years now. And Brian and his family have been through a whole lot. Brian got a leg infection. He went into sepsis, and he was in a coma for several, I think a couple of weeks. He was in a induced coma, or maybe just in a coma. But he survived that, and then he's fallen off the roof of a house and broke his neck. But he is a survivor, and I'm hoping that we can get him on here because he is quite the comedian. I really love Brian and his wife, and they're just sweet as they. She's been a flybaby for a long time. He told me this morning, he said he was dressed to his lace-up shoes, that his wife had told him about it. And when he was in the hospital in a coma, this is the funniest couple I've ever met. I mean, they feed off each other. They're absolutely amazing. But she drew a Superman symbol on his forehead, in Sharpie on his forehead. So, because she knew, she had faith that he was going to survive this awful thing he was going through. And he did. And we all prayed for him, kept up with him. Anyway, so Brian is a fun-loving guy. He should be a stand-up comedian. And he just makes me laugh all the time. And before he got sick, one of the things he did was he collected animals in the Everglades. I mean, he would he would collect critters in Sharpie. Yes, she did. Put the Superman symbol on his forehead. So I can't wait for you to meet Brian. He is a character, and we love him. And maybe I can talk him into being on the show tomorrow, because I'm trying to do it at 11 o'clock every day, except on Thursdays, which it's 2 o'clock, and on Sundays it's 3 o'clock. And Liz made it through surgery good. She still can't bend her knee too well, but she's going to her physical therapy session, and they're going to bend it 90 degrees. Oh my. Well, y'all, it's anti-procrastination day. Let's get some stuff done. And I'm going to end the show with a great song. I'm trying to see what song that's going to be. Oh, I don't want to do that one. What song can... this is for all the kids. Let's pick up our toys. And that means big kids too. This is called the Toy Box Tango. Are you ready? It's a real tango. It really is.
You've been so busy playing all day long, but look around, do you see something wrong? May I suggest a way to clean up this mess? First strike a pose like fancy dancers do. Soon you'll be gliding all around the room and twirl down and scoop your toys off the ground. Your empty toy box looks so sad and alone. So fill it up with toys that still need a home. Let's see how quickly and how fabulously this cleaner can go. Doing the toy box tango. Step to the left and grab the toys you can. Then toss them in the toy box and start again. Let's make this fun. Before you know it, you're done. Your empty toy box looks so sad and alone. So fill it up with toys that still need a home. Let's see how quickly and how fabulously this cleaner can go. Doing the toy box tango. Your empty toy box looks so sad and alone. You filled it up with toys that needed a home. Well, saw how quickly and how fabulously this cleaner can go. Doing the toy box tango. The toy box tango.
Now that's a fun song. Somebody is telling me that they still don't know how or where to order things from. You go to our website, flylady.net, and you will see the Fly Shop in the upper right hand corner. Or if you get our emails, there's a link in every email. Anything that's highlighted blue probably goes to the Fly Shop. And all of our stuff is there. It's all there. All of the things that I talk about, the tools that I talk about, they're all there. So y'all have a good day. Let's get some stuff done today. So tomorrow you can tell me all about it. I want to hear what you get done. And download the music. We got some great music, and it's at the bottom of our Fly Shop main page. And you'll see it. It's the Up Kind of Day CD, the Up Kind of Day music, and the Fly music. They're not CDs anymore. People don't use CDs anymore. You only download music. And if you download, you could burn a CD if you wanted to. I love you all. I will see you later. Bye.